Hey all, Meg here. So I've been a server for about 3.5, 4 months now. And although all of my work experience is in food for the past few years, this is my first actual waitressing job. And now don't get me wrong, I love my coworkers, I love the regulars that come in. Shout out to Brock the Muffin Man who always brings in treats for the bartenders and the servers. But of course, there are always some people who ruin it. So this video is for those people. So this is how to treat your server, or anyone in the service industry. Number one, be patient. You know those memes like the professors don't understand we have other classes? This same thing applies. It's very unlikely that you are the only patron that they need to help. And also, it's a lot of work, okay? I personally work nights, so I have to work on closing the restaurant, and we have what's called side work. And my restaurant in particular, I don't know if other restaurants do this, but we have this specific thing called a deep clean, and that's basically like a certain section of either the kitchen or the dining room that we have to make sure is all in line. And between all of these things and helping out the guests, that can be so overwhelming. There was one point that I had to sanitize, front, stock, sweep, and mop the entire dining room by myself. And actually last night at work, right before we closed, we had about 5 or 6 different tables come in at the same time. And because my coworker was working on closing stuff and the other coworker was having allergies and didn't want to take tables, I ended up taking, I want to say 5 normal, like smaller size tables and a massive party all by myself. It was rough. Number 2, look at the fucking menu. So you want to know what appetizers we have on happy hour? What kind of pizza toppings you can get? What sort of liquors and wines that we carry? It is all in front of you. All of the food is on the menu in your hand. The wines, mixed drinks, and desserts that we have, they're all on the table already before you get there. And if you want to know what we have on tap, in our restaurant in particular, we have a giant fucking chalkboard right when you come in. And if there's some sort of issue with that, like if it's inaccurate or you can't read it or anything like that, if you give me your ID, then I can hand you a printed out list. That's what these things are there for. Not for you to spill ranch dressing on or beer, not to be used as placemats. And I swear, if I have one more person ask me what kind of soups we carry while their finger is on the soup section in the menu, and third, please tip them. Now, I'm gonna level with you guys. The server minimum wage is $3.10 an hour here where I'm from. And I don't know about y'all, but that is not enough to live on. So, what we have is we have our gratuities. And mind you, after taxes are all taken out and everything like that, then we get that portion back, and that comes out as about 2/3 of my income are the tips. Now, that being said, with a lot of restaurants, the servers don't see that income until they get their tax refund. Yeah, it sucks. So more often than not, the only income that we bring home would be the cash tips that you leave on the tables and our paychecks, which are, I think I've had, in the 3 months I've been working here, I'm lucky if I get a paycheck over $100, if I'm being real with you guys. And, I'm a young adult, I got bills to pay. So, please let your server have that 2/3 of their income. Because, we can't really do anything without it. And if you are able to, obviously this depends on the restaurant, it depends on where you're going, but if ever possible, if you can, tip in cash, because those immediately, in a lot of places, those immediately go into the server's pocket as income. Credit card providers, they have a 2.5% usage fee out of the gratuities. So as soon, like, say you put a tip on a credit card, then 2 or 3% is getting taken out of that, and then the servers don't see that right away, and then taxes get taken out. And there are times where I get like half of my tax, like it takes about half of my gratuities just in taxes, and then I don't see that until I get my refund in February? Yeah. So I hope you liked this video. Comment down below if you've had any serving experience, if you have any stories to share, or just anything to do with this topic. Like, what do you think about the server minimum wage and whatnot? Go ahead and leave those comments down below, and share this video if you think I have some good points. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.